Let's see my pillow.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sunday Tea. I'm Candace.
I'm Kanea.
This is the Sunday Tea where we review movies and we have a lighthearted day and just shoot the breeze and talk about whatever we want to talk about. So, we're talking about two movies today. I'm going to put up the spoiler alert, but before I do that, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Candy Shop. I need more subscribers. Well, let me see if I can find my banner. All right, so spoiler alert. Today we will be talking about, well, the first movie I want to talk about, I think I want to talk about Kevin Hart. You know what? I'm going to leave that to last. Kevin Hart. We'll talk about Jingle Jangle first. So do
Yeah.
you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. So Jingle Jangle on the scale of 1 to 10, to me it was like a 15. It was
Mhm.
so awesome. I actually tried to watch it previously and couldn't get into it because I was like, oh, musicals and all this other stuff. I was probably preoccupied. So today I actually sat down and took the time to watch it. And the first song that they did, I didn't particularly like, but every other song that was throughout the movie was like awesome. Whoever did the music was just well put together. I did see that John Legend was one of the producers, and the acting, the dancing, the singing in the movie was awesome. Forrest Whitaker came out of his shell, his little mean shell from like some of the other movies that I've seen him play, and it was awesome. I'm gonna watch it again probably tomorrow actually.
Yeah, it was refreshing definitely to see Forrest Whitaker play a part that was so positive versus all the other parts. And the movie was written by David, uh, what's his name? Talbert, David E. Talbert. You know, he does the plays. He actually at one time had, I believe, more popular plays than Tyler Perry. His stuff, David E. Talbert goes all the way back to the 90s with some of
Mm.
his plays. And so, oh my goodness, my little girl. But I enjoyed it. David E. Talbert has gotten really well with his writing. I do believe I hate to compare him and Tyler Perry, but they're similar. He's gotten a lot, like really good with his writing. It's to me better than Tyler Perry. And Hannah, hey Hannah, we're reviewing Jingle Jangle, but I liked it overall. I love the story of the toy maker or the inventor. I liked it, it was I liked the magicalness. I did not like the first song, but after that all the other songs were good. I liked the storyline, the plot. It was very interesting to watch. The fact that this his apprentice stole his toy, and well, he was what's funny is he was told to steal the toys and everything by a toy that Forrest Whitaker's character made. So that
Yeah,
that's what was funny. That little guy was funny too. The whatever he was, the
it was
guy, what,
the Matador.
Matador. Yes, the Matador. He was funny. He was a cute little thing, and it was funny at the end when he was like, "Oh, I'm home." So I enjoyed it. I definitely think it's a good movie for the kids. I like Felicia Rashad in the movie. She played the older Journey. Basically, you find out at the end she's Journey. So spoiler alert. But it kind of reminded me. Well, I was gonna say, the plot of Peter Pan, because in Hook, he's telling. It seems like he tell his kids. Peter Pan tells his kids about a time when he was Hook, or he goes back, or something like that. Or Wendy is telling
Hmm.
them. Somebody is telling their kids about them, and so Peter Pan goes back and becomes Peter Pan again. But it kind of reminded me of that. Overall, the movie was really good. I give it, like you said, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 15. It's an A+ for me. So make sure you check it out on Netflix. So I guess we don't have a lot to say about this particular movie because it was so good, and we want you to all watch it. But this is what I do have to say about this next movie. It's about to be a reading session for real. So the other thing that we reviewed was Kevin Hart, Zero F's Given. So I'll start off with this one. This was terrible. Like I didn't like it at all. I did not laugh at all. As you guys know, I don't know if you've seen in the media, he's kind of received a little backlash because he called his daughter a hoe. And I think that is so like how do you call your daughter a hoe? Already as black women, we deal with being sexualized. We deal with people viewing us older than what we are. And he's just perpetuating that thought in his own daughter. It's like the nerve. And I wanted to say, like, if this was a daughter by a Nico Hart, would you say all this then? Would she be a hoe then if she was by your light skinned wife? So I'll I'll let you go. I'm gonna go off on a soapbox. But it kind of made me mad. And people cannot ignore the fact that he's a misogynist. He's also it seems like it's a little bit misogynoir too, like with how his whole way of thinking. But I'll let you go.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. It was something that I could put on while I'm in the kitchen cooking. I could pay attention to it, but I didn't really have to pay attention. And then some of his jokes, um, actually a lot of his jokes were relatable to me. I feel like I did when I watched it. I did feel like listening to some of the backlash, I feel like people are thinking that he's supposed to be like Eddie Murphy or Cat Williams. Kevin Hart is corny as fuck. So, well, excuse me, but he is corny, and he like made some references to what he wanted to be known for in comparison to Seinfeld. That Seinfeld was known for some brick oven stuff like that, and I feel like he wants to be the black Seinfeld. When it opened up, I actually tried to watch this previously as well. When it first came out, I tried to watch it. I could not get into it. I'm like, why does this dude have on his like pajamas? But then when I actually paid attention to it today, I was like, oh, he at the house. So, but
Yeah.
then he started talking about his feelings during COVID and all that other stuff. So his punchlines and stuff that he was saying about COVID, I can relate to that. The punchlines that he was saying about when the Walmart greeter, I definitely could relate to that, even though I don't shop at Walmart, but still, that was kind of funny. And then the punchline when he was talking about his son's teacher keep calling his phone because his
Mm-hmm.
son is not turning in his work. I was like, bruh, what? Yes, please, teacher, stop calling my phone because my son is not turning in his work. I can't whoop him.
Yeah.
So I felt that 100%. I'm not gonna whip him if I can't force him to literally. I could force him to do the work. I could take away electronics and everything, but at this point, it's like, what else you want to take away? Call his phone. Y'all got his number. Call him. I felt that one. It was
Yeah.
like I don't think it was supposed to be on the level of like Cat Williams, or definitely not on the level of Eddie Murphy. Cat Williams is actually my favorite comedian, and comparing Kevin Hart corny self to Cat Williams will be an insult to me because I love Cat Williams 100%. I
And this,
wish that I could see him again doing stand up. But it was in reference to the what he said about his daughter, I feel like that was super corny in general. It was not relatable to me. I do feel like if that's his personal feelings, he feel like his daughter was engaging in low key hoe activity because he was switching from dude to dude. I mean, maybe he need to take a lesson and learn how to teach his daughter a little more. But that wasn't even the worst joke. Like the joke that he really should have got backlash for was the handicap joke when he was talking about somebody handicapped didn't have one hand and all this other stuff. Like that was what he really should have got
yeah. I want to
backlash
say,
for.
I want to say this. Like, if you're gonna have a stand-up special, it has to be funny. Especially, I guess, when I used to live in Texas, going to the Arlington Improv and watching stand-up comedians. If you call yourself a stand-up comedian, I'm wanting you to bring your A game to me. He did not bring his A game. He looks up to Eddie Murphy and all these other people, and then to me, I'll say this: Kevin Hart needs to stick to acting. He's more silly versus comedic. Like him and Tiffany Haddish. I do not like their stand-up. I'm just not a fan. Now, I'll say this: his very first stand up, I like the whole pineapples and all that. That was funny, but it's like, where is that material? I guess he can't build off of that anymore. And so I feel like he's become a narcissist. He's become very cocky, and it to me, I didn't find it relatable. I didn't like the joke about his ex-wife in the airport. Like, it was a lot of stuff that I did not like. And then the joke about I know he called his son dumb as well. I didn't like it. I don't. It made me already. Kevin Hart has been somewhat he said cringeworthy things, and I know comedians say crazy stuff, but he's like taking it to a whole nother level, and it's not for me. I don't connect with it. I do want to read some of these comments, and my little daughter just keeps crying. Chris said, "Yeah, I didn't feel any type of way about the daughter joke either." Hannah said, "I can't stand Tiffany Haddish comedy. He was funnier with his first wife. He was actually. I can't admit that. It's like his stuff. I don't know what happened to his material. I'm thinking though he got more Hollywood, and he's acting more. And to me, he's really good at acting. So why not be that silly actor? Because I don't think the Wayne brothers do stand up. They're just comedic actors. And so I think that's more Kevin Hart's lane versus the stand up comedian. So that
Yep. Mm-hmm.
he was trying to be Bernie Mac and it didn't work. Yeah, when he first came out, I used to think his style was similar to Eddie Murphy's, like Eddie Murphy Raw, because Eddie Murphy used to tell all those stories about his family, and Kevin Hart did that about his dad and different things. So I was like, oh yeah, he's kind of funny. He's kind of copying Eddie Murphy, but it's still funny. But it's like now I know he's using his family because he said that's all the material he has because of COVID. But it's like I don't know. I did not like the comment calling his daughter a hoe, and just because it's what girl don't you know that isn't boy crazy? She might say she likes a boy. I remember Katrina. She liked Peter and Dwight. I thought for a long time I thought it was two boys until she said the white boy named Peter. So I'm used to. As a girl, we like different people, and being that young, our tastes change every day. And that's why they say what you like now will be totally different from what you like 5 years from now. So just because she liked a lot of guys saying she has hoe tendencies, and then he gonna say he called a hoe that he used to know. I was completely turned off. Chris said he should fall back and be behind the scenes now. I'm tired of his movies too. I haven't seen any of his latest movies. I'm not gonna lie, but I did think he was a better actor. He wants to be Eddie so bad, but don't judge me. Laugh out loud. I don't like Eddie. Oh, what? I love Eddie Murphy. He's my favorite. He is my favorite. But I didn't like it. I don't know. But I thought the setup was good. The one thing I can say is he has a nice house.
Exactly. I probably would give it let's see. I probably would give it maybe a C plus.
A C plus
for his stand up. Yeah. Only reason is because I got some chuckles in there.
Yeah, I would give it a D minus because I didn't laugh at all throughout the whole thing. It was not one thing that I laughed at, and I literally will go in like I like stand up, so I was just waiting and waiting, but I just it didn't touch me. So I don't know that. Oh, and how they gonna say a strong D minus. So that was that. I do want to talk a little bit about some media. I feel like it's been a minute since I've been on here. I needed a break. I had family in town, and then my husband's family was in town, and we went to see them on Friday. So it was like I didn't want to cut his time short with meeting his brother and sister and father just to do my show. So I wanted to definitely take a break on Friday. But I want to talk about. Oh, I said the same. I want to talk about have you heard about Lisa Ray and the comments she made about Halle Berry?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What do you think of that?
I think she was running off at the mouth and didn't think nobody was going to catch it. That's what
Do
I
you
think.
think she's jealous too? It just sounds like a hater. Like that's something a hater would say.
I don't think she's jealous of Halle Berry. I think that she probably actually has heard something or that she is just assuming,
Do you know she
assuming because of Halle Berry's what we know about Halle Berry and her men. So it could be one of the two. She either heard
this
something
is what she
or
said
what's going on with Halle Berry can never keep a man, basically.
Halle Berry clapped back at her and said, "Ask my man," because she's in a relationship now.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Ray came back and tried to clean it up and said she heard a guy say it she was like, first of all, I'm not a lesbian, so I don't know how Halle Berry is in the bed. And when Monsters Ball came out, they said that her sex could be bad because of Monsters Ball. And I said, come on, guys, it's a movie. And she was like, I love Halle Berry. She's the queen of Hollywood. That's what Lisa Ray said after that. She said the media is twisting her words. The blogs are twisting her words. She never said all that stuff about Halle Berry. So now she's lying, even though I don't know how you can twist what's right there on the screen. But I feel like to me, Lisa Ray, she's been a little outspoken lately for a minute. She comes off bitter all the time. And I did watch her on Iyanla yesterday. It was a good episode. Her mother is very mean. Like, I see why Lisa Ray is kind of bitter. Her mother is bitter. Iyanla broke it down to them. She said, Joe, your father and your husband control both of you with money and set you up to compete with each other because y'all were both his women. That's what Iyanla told them. So it was a good episode. Lisa Ray, yeah, I wasn't feeling those comments about Holly. And the only reason why I say she was jealous, she said, let's talk about how terrible of an actress Lisa Ray is. Exactly. The only reason why I say Lisa Ray was jealous is because Halle Berry is only a year older than Lisa Ray. They both are actresses, but Halle Berry's career, of course, is way more successful. People view Halle Berry as very beautiful, and Lisa Ray is viewed as like the ghetto beautiful. And so I think she probably wished her career would have taken off more than Halle Berry's. And so the only dig that she can get at her is by saying she's bad in bed, because that's something we all don't know at all. We don't know what type of woman Halle Berry is because of all the men that she's been with. But to me, it's no different than any other regular woman. Like, some women go through men anyway. So, but I feel like Lisa Ray was a hater, and I used to like Lisa Ray because we're both from the Midwest. She's from Chicago. I'm from Milwaukee. Only an hour and a half away from each other. So I loved her because she represented a Midwest woman, but as she gets older, she's becoming more bitter and bitter, especially since her divorce from that Turks and Caicos guy.
Yep. Because they have that podcast now, and I guess she has to do what she has to do to keep the podcast up and spew mess. But I really do think that she was just running off at the mouth, and this is one slip up that happened, and she probably regrets it because
she got backlash. Remember, did you see when she went off on the brat? They had got the brat to call her for her birthday, and she cussed them all out.
I think that she's one of those people who you have people who just say stuff without thinking before they say it. And it seems that's what kind of person she is. And she probably doesn't get backlash from that behind the scenes. But now that she's in the forefront, she's getting backlash. But she probably does. She probably real quick with the mouth. She might be quick with the hands too. But it really does seem like she is really quick with her mouth. And now that she has an audience that have quick mouths and opinions because we have nothing else to do. It's COVID. Now she's getting backlash, and she's gonna have to bite her tongue with what she said about Halle Berry, because Halle Berry is an impeccable actress, really, way better than Lisa Ray, 100%.
Academy Award winning actress at that. Oh, Kanar gonna say Lisa Ray, no talent. Like, who the heck is Real Spill? But yes, Lisa Ray, I don't even think she got the hands. I'm sorry. She doesn't come off like she can fight because she was brought up as a princess in the ghetto the whole time. She did date drug dealers prior to becoming, like, once her father died and once right before she tried acting, she was one of those ghetto girls that was just all about money. Chef Anna said, I agree. She never got checked on her mouth before. Exactly, because she's viewed as this pretty light-skinned girl. We all know the girls in the hood. Like, I myself grew up in the hood. I don't know if you grew up in the suburbs. I remember you used to say Baltimore City and Baltimore County, but I grew up in the hood, and Lisa Ray reminds me of the pretty light-skinned girl in the hood that could not fight but had a mouth, and her friends fought for her. So we'll never know if she can fight, because now she's a star. Players Club was her best role. Absolutely horrible. She didn't even really act in it. She just danced.
Yep, that was it. And her little what she
Was
was like
she in Prison
narrating,
Break or something?
huh?
She wasn't she in a movie where she was in prison? I think we watched it in college. I'm spilling my drink. Where she was in prison with like the Brad and some other people, and they broke out. I thought it was called Prison Break, but it was a ladies' prison, and the girl from Saved by the Bell, Lark Voorhees was in it, and she was pregnant, and she lost her baby in the movie. I gotta
Hmm.
look up that movie, but Lisa Ray was in that.
They're
Um,
all BET quality movies. That's what she
yes.
playing. BET quality.
And Hannah said she only liked her on All of Us. On All of Us, she had like a supporting role. She wasn't even the main role, really. Ooh, excuse me. She wasn't even the main. Sorry for burping on online. But yeah, I just thought that story was interesting. I haven't paid a lot too much to the media. We'll have some stories tomorrow. The only other thing I saw was last week Reginae, Saweetie, and does she date Offset? Who does Saweetie date? Which one of the Migos?
Offset. I mean,
Offset. Quavo.
Quavo.
Okay. So they were trying to uh what is it? Jeezy, and during that versus battle, there was a guy trolling, and so he said that Quavo was dating Reginae, and he came out and said he was trolling and he just made it up. But people took that one thing and made it serious. And uh, Reginae's mother, Toya, had to come and say something. Like everybody said something that they weren't talking, and then Saweetie came out of nowhere saying something. People's like, why she even had to say something? Like it was over. She said, I did see that. I forgot the name of that movie. Yeah, see, Hannah knows the movie. They played on BET. He said all she did was move from side of Kennard, still talking about her dancing. She ain't no
She
Miss
did. I don't
Mississippi.
see. I never understood why her role was so iconic. Now the movie in itself is a classic, but
Yeah.
the classic parts of the movie did not come from Lisa Ray at all whatsoever. She was literally they could have got somebody else better to play that part. I feel like they shouldn't have had no white light skinned savior or whatever. But in reference to P Valley, I do see what he's saying about
Miss
the other girl
Mississippi.
from P Valley, the light skinned girl from P Valley. She danced way better than Lisa Ray. So
I forgot the girl name. My favorite was Miss Mississippi until she didn't shoot her baby daddy. So
I know that was. Oh, I hated that part. I was like, man, what the hell? Come
and I said
on.
Kevin's Our House was fired. Oh, Ebony and Ronnie was the movie. Exactly. They was the movie. Especially Ebony. Cause that actress went on to, play on The Best Man's and all of that. So
Yeah,
she was definitely the movie. She actually could have played the lead part as well because she's actually a better actress. Classic parts were Bernie Mac. That's what Kennard said. Yes, the Players Club is like one of my favorite movies. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, especially when Myron follows Lisa Ray home or Diamond home. He was like, I pay good money for you.
yes.
Oh, that's like I don't know why that part was like hilarious to me. I was like, whoa, God. But yes, Lisa Ray is a mess. What else? What else has been going on in the media?
Um, only thing I can think of really is Young Thug hating on Andre 3000.
Yeah, what is that about? Like he got his whole style from Andre 3000. I'm like, you cannot tell me that's not where he got his style from.
Yep,
So
he's a baby, and it seems like basically what he was saying was Elton John kissed his ass, and so
and
that's why he was more humble to work with Elton John versus then being humble for wanting to work with Andre 3000. But I don't think that Andre 3000 is like this. He tried to make it seem like Andre 3000 is like an a-hole or very conceited or something like that, which those
it
are
sounds
those are not
it
the vibes that I get from Andre 3000.
it just sounds like Andre 3000 didn't want to work with him. And so he got mad at that probably. And now he wants to say something about it because I heard him in his interview asking T.I. like, do you rap like him? Is that your style? Is that your voice? Like, what? No, why do you have to sound like somebody? Y'all all supposed to be individuals anyway. And I can't name any young thug songs anyway. Like he was hot, what, 7 years ago? Like, what does he have now? I don't know.
He got a lot. He got some hits now. Young Thug does have hit, but
I can't even name him.
you
I just
can't really you can't denounce a legend like that.
a person that
Andre,
paved the way for him.
exactly. Outkast. I still feel like Outkast. They don't get the recognition that they're supposed to be getting.
Wait a minute. Megan and Travis Scott are a thing now. And hey, Brittany. I didn't even know. Wait, what? I thought they were just from like the same place. Are they
Yeah,
really dating?
we talked about that they were, she was at his house and all this other stuff, and I was happy because, I was upset when he got with Kylie. Anyway, I was mad about that.
Yeah. Hannah said Andre 3000 needs his flowers. Exactly. But going back to Meg Thee Stallion, I really hope that she is not dating Travis Scott because it just seemed like it's to get back at Kylie anyway. But I was under the impression that her and Travis Scott were friends. Like I think I said that before. They're just friends. They're from the same place. But I think it's to throw shade at Kylie. And Kylie, she must have really loved Tory. I mean, Megan must have really liked Tory Lanez because the whole rumor about that night is he was flirting with Kylie, and Meg Thee Stallion and her friend both got mad at that.
Oh.
Oh wait, let me go back to Hannah. Wait, Travis Scott, Kylie, baby daddy. Yeah, I guess. Ain't that he the baby daddy? Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yep.
who dated Tyga then? Did she date Tyga too?
She dated Tyga when she was like 17 or 16 or something like that, before she became an adult. And so she dated Tyga, and then after she became an adult is when she got with Travis and they had a baby.
Oh wow. And Brittany said best revenge if you ask me. Oh, dating your friend's man. We talked about that on Girl Code. I want to revisit that on Friday's show. I do want to tell what some of the topics will be. We are going to talk about the difference between feminism and womanism. That was one of the things that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, going to Hannah. Meg's friend is trash. She's not loyal. I have to hear Meg's friend Kelsey, her ex best friend. I have to hear what she said because apparently she made a diss song about it.
I heard it
Recently. What? Tell me what she talked about. I want to know.
It sounded like she was just like defending herself, and that she was placing blame on Megan. It didn't sound like she had any accountability for whatever happened whatsoever. She did say something like she wanted to, the only reason she didn't, there was a specific reason why she didn't take up for Megan, or why she didn't why she didn't tell the truth about the situation. There was a reason behind that.
Well,
and so
I think this is because it's an actual court case. I don't think she can say much because Tory Lanez is facing felony charges, I believe. So with it being an actual case, she's not. I believe she won't be able to say a lot.
Yeah, I think that they're all childish, and they probably can't help it because they're so young. They're so young coming in the exactly. They're all childish. They can't branch out and get a regular person. They have to fuck within the same circle, because it's like, if you don't mess with each other within the same celebrity circle, you could get somebody that's that's going to tell all your business, and like some random person that's not famous. You have to mess with somebody that has as much to lose as you do, which is why they all mess with each other. So I just think they all childish, and all the diss records, and then Megan come back on her story with her friends, and and all
Yeah.
this other stuff.
I'm
I'm like,
Yeah, I'm starting to think because I used to love Meg Thee Stallion, but I'm starting to think she is a little shady, like with some of how she's moving. She does seem a little shady. I'm not gonna lie.
yep. And shadiness can equate to being guilty. And then I'm thinking, like, hold up. I was thinking the other day, like a lot of Megan's songs, she is biting off a lot of people. And maybe she, all the music industry, all the music and the producers and stuff could be tied together, which is why she's allowed to say certain things in her song. And
Hmm.
some people call it paying homage, like when she was saying "Don't stop, pop that cat," like that
Did
came
you?
from somebody else's song. Like a lot of her
Yeah.
songs come from other people's lyrics, especially the stuff that's on this new album now. So, but nobody talks about that. So
Did you hear on the Breakfast Club? They were upset because whenever she does an interview, oh, my little girl is in this video. Whenever she does an interview, she has all these stipulations for like interview black interviewers or black stations like the Breakfast Club. But when it comes to like GQ, she talks about all the things that she tells like Breakfast Club not to talk about. She talks about on GQ. So they were like, it's funny that with the white publications she's so open, but with black publications and black radio, she has the stipulations. Come here, Kennard, come get her. She has the stipulations, and so they were saying it could be her people. They don't know if it's actually her. I want to go to some of these comments. Kennard says, "Shady, shaky, all the above." Brittany said, "I just want to learn the body." Me too. I be feeling like an idiot when I do it.
I know.
And then Hannah said, I'm honestly sick of this story. I still love Meg, but I'm over it between her midget man and Kelsey. Yes, me too. Like they need to make a movie or something so we can just figure out what happened and then put it to rest.
Exactly.
Because it's they're dragging it on. But I do want to talk about Friday. So I'm gonna go back to Hannah's comment about Friday. Yes, Friday is Henny Day. We will be having our brown Henny Day. Usually it is any kind of cocktail, but we'll be doing Hennessy and shooting the breeze. Like I said, we'll be talking about the difference between feminism and womanism. I also want to talk about it was something else. Oh, your topic, Kanea, with what classifies cheating was cheating. What else? Who else do I want to talk about? I had it written down. Ew, I can't find it. But we will have some juicy topics. Oh, I did want to talk about Tim Norman a little bit too. Let me go back to the comment. I'm honestly sick of the story. Yeah. And yeah, she says she can't do any of the TikTok dances. But we will be covering a lot on Friday. It's gonna be probably 6 of us on. Nohana says she may join us. So
Yay.
I'm excited about that. And then we have three other ladies besides me and Kanea joining. So that's actually 7, I think. So it's gonna be 7 ladies on. These big shows, they are hard to do, but I like the conversation. The bigger shows are my shows that tend to get a lot of views anyway. So I'm excited about it. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I love Sherry. She is Freddie or Lee Black's sister. The guy who showed I be on, my old coworker. That's his sister. Can you see me, Kanea?
Yes.
Yes, Hannah said she'll be on. So yeah, we'll be talking about those things on Wednesday. I'll do my story time. The only reason why I didn't do one this past Wednesday is because I actually did it on the Saturday and recorded it. So I'll be recording another one. Tomorrow is Mimosa Mondays or Messy Monday, where we will talk about yes, where we will talk about some of the biggest topics in media tomorrow. It'll be more. We will have more topics to talk about. Like I said, Sundays is our movie reviews and our light-hearted conversations. But Wednesday, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Story time. I might do my divorce story, or I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm tired of doing relationship stuff. I might do a wild and crazy night, or hey, it may be me and Kanea. We might talk about some of the things that affected our friendship at one time. So we'll see if me and Kanea can come together. We might deliver that story time. So I want to thank you. Oh yes, Henny. That's what she meant. The Henny sounds great.
Yeah, I knew that's what she meant. Everybody, bring your Henny.
Yeah, make sure you bring your Henny on, or bring your Henny to watch. I might share the link so other people can join as well. I think we can have up to 10 people on StreamYard. So we'll see how that goes. But I want to thank you all for watching. This was fun again. Another great show. Make sure you watch my other videos and also comment and subscribe to the Candy Shop. Thanks again. I'm Candace.
Okay, see ya.
Bye-bye.